Hello, and today we're going to continue with our decimals unit where we're going over multi-step problems today. So we are still going to follow those same 6 steps that we talked about last time. Making sure that we read the whole problem because that's something we sometimes forget to do. Identify those operation words that need to be used and in what order. And then we start to look for the numbers in the problem, and that's step 3. I've done all keyword stuff for step 1 and step 2. Then we're going to set up the problem, and we're going to set up like a little roadmap to help us walk our way through the problem. And then the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to solve, and that's where you're going to use the calculator. So really, you're not using the calculator until about step 5 of this process. So let's look at our first example. And like I said, these are going to be multi-step problems. So it's not just going to be adding or subtracting in isolation. There's going to be more than one thing happening. So if we read number 1 in its entirety, this table shows the weight of Vincent's 3 dogs. And then we have the weights for Hannah, Wilson, and Dylan. It says, what is the difference between the combined weight of Hannah and Dylan and the weight of Wilson? So let's pull out some important information. So we know that this is for Vincent's 3 dogs. We want to know the difference between the combined weight of Hannah and Dylan versus Wilson. So we are taking that combined weight, of Hannah and Dylan versus Wilson. It doesn't want me to highlight Wilson right now. There it goes. Okie doke. So thinking about this, I want difference. So this is going to be, eventually it's going to be subtraction. So eventually that means subtraction. But it says the combined weight right here. Combined weight, if I think about that of Hannah and Dylan, if I combine them, this is telling me that I need to add first. So let's make a little roadmap. So I'm going to do Hannah plus Dylan. So that's going to be step 1. So I have to add those together. And then I'm going to find the difference of Hannah plus Dylan. So whatever that answer is, I'm going to subtract Wilson out of it. So then I'm going to take this answer, whatever this equals, and I'm going to do that answer minus Wilson. And that will give me my final answer. Okay, so now let's actually plug in those numbers. So I'm going to take Hannah, which is 7.5, plus Dylan, which is 28.9. And then I'm going to use my calculator. So I have 7.5 plus 28.9, and I get 36.4. That's how much Hannah and Dylan weighed together, 36.4. Then I took that 36.4 and I'm going to come down to step 2 because it wants the difference between Hannah and Dylan minus Wilson. And Wilson is that 11.6. So I need to take my 36.4 and subtract out my 11.6. And if you want to write it a little bit neater, you can. So I'm just going to subtract that 11.6. And I get a final answer of 24.8, and we're measuring in kilograms. So that is the difference between Hannah and Dylan versus Wilson. Okay, so I want you to kind of lay out the roadmap first, always, and then you can start solving the problem. So let's look at number 2. We're going to do the same exact thing. Let's read the problem first. Let's have out our highlighter. Read the problem. Look at the keywords. So it says the cost for a movie ticket is $5.50. Soft drinks cost $1.25 each. What is the total cost for 13 people to each purchase a movie ticket and a soft drink? Okay. If you need to, reread the problem. I know that a movie ticket is $5.50. I know that the drinks are $1.25 each. And it wants to know the total cost for 13 people to attend. Okay, so I know movies $5.50, I know the drink is $1.25, and we're assuming that they're buying both of those things. And I want to know the cost for 13 people. Now, a lot of people are going to see that total right there and think, oh, well, I need to just add all of them together. But it's not just adding. There's actually another operation in there. So the first step is to add. I need to add the ticket plus the soft drinks. So I'm going to do the ticket plus the drink to figure out how much is that going to cost me. And then I'm going to take that answer, whatever that is, and I need to figure that out for 13 people. I need to do that 13 times. So we're actually going to multiply times 13, and then that will give us our final answer. So let's now do this with numbers. The ticket is $5.50 plus the drink, which is $1.25. Okay, let's add those together. I'm going to go to my calculator. $5.50 plus $1.25 gives me a bill of $6.75. I'm going to take that $6.75, plug it in down here in step 2, where I need to figure out how much that cost is for 13 people. So now I'm going to multiply times 13, and I get the final answer of $87.75. Now, that came out perfectly. It came out rounded to the hundredths place like money should be. If it's not to the hundredths place, though, please make sure you round that to the hundredths place. Okay? We have 2 more to talk about, and then I'm going to set you loose. So, number 3 says, Jackson's parents went shopping for supplies for his birthday party. There's all the supplies there. They bought 6 pizzas, 5 bottles of soda, a cake. His parents also purchased 2 packs of plates, 1 bag of cups, 2 packs of napkins. How much money, excluding tax, did Jacob's parents spend on the party? Wow, there's a lot of information in that problem. So, let's start breaking it down. Highlighter out. So it wants to know how much money, excluding tax, did they spend. Excluding tax just means you're not going to do tax. So this is no tax. And for our sake in 6th grade, most of the time you're not going to do any tax. That's more of a 7th grade, 8th grade skill. So we're going to do 6 pizzas, 5 bottles of soda, and a cake. And then we need 2 packs of plates, 1 bag of cups, and 2 packs of napkins. Okay, so that didn't really help us break down the problem too much, because there's still a lot of information that we had to highlight. So let's start from the top. They bought 6 pizzas, so let's label pizza, and we got 6 of them. And then we'll label soda, and they got 5 of those, and then they got a cake, and they only got 1 of those. Then they got the plates, and they got 2, they got the cups, and they got 1, and then they got the napkins, and that was 2. Okay, now we can go up and start looking at the prices. Now, if I bought 6 pizzas, and they're telling me that the price for 1, that's what all this stuff is up here, the price for 1, the price for 1 pizza is $12.76. I'm going to have to do an operation. If I buy 6 of those, I'm actually going to multiply by $12.68. And then I'm going to have to get an answer. Same thing for soda. I'm going to multiply times $2.49 and get an answer. Cake, because it's only times 1, I can assume that this one's just going to be $24.99 as my final answer, because it's just multiplying by 1. The plates, I'm going to have to multiply by 225 and get my answer. Same thing with napkins, it's only 1, so whatever, I'm sorry, the cups. So the cups will just be whatever it is. And then the napkins were 225, and then I have to multiply that one by 2. So now that I've kind of laid out the problem, I can see that I have to multiply all of those, and then to find the total, I'm actually going to have to add all my answers together to get my final answer, which will be down here. So now I'm going to go to my calculator. I'm going to say 6 times 1268. So the pizza is going to cost me $76.08. Soda, I'm going to do 5 times 249. So that's going to cost me $12.45. I don't have to do the cake. The plates, 2, because I bought 2 of them, times $2.25 gives me $4.50. Add in that extra 0 for place value. The cups just stays the same because I only bought 1 pack. And then the napkins, I have to do 2 times $2.25. So I get $4.50. And you can see that one from above too. So now I have to add all of our prices together. So we have to take $76.08, $76.08, plus $12.45, plus $24.99, plus $4.50, plus $3.94, plus $4.50, giving me a grand total of $126.46 is what his parents spent on his birthday party. Okay, so that one required a lot of steps, but once we started laying it out, it actually runs pretty smoothly. Okay, let's look at one more together, and then you will be done. So, while shopping at a mall, Megan bought 5 t-shirts and 2 pairs of shorts. The shorts were $26.50 each, and all the shirts cost the same amount. She spent $165.50 total on the t-shirts and the shorts. What is the cost of each t-shirt? Okay, I'm going to change my pen color just so you can see it a little bit better. Let's make it purple. Highlighter out. So we need to figure out what she bought first. So she bought 5 t-shirts and 2 pairs of shorts. 5 t-shirts and 2 pairs of shorts. Okay, and then it says the shorts were $26.50 for every single pair. Highlighter does not want to work tonight. And then it says all the shirts cost the same. She spent this much total on shirts and shorts. And then the final question is, what is the cost of each t-shirt? So she doesn't want to know all of the t-shirts because it says each. She wants to know the cost of one t-shirt. But we have a lot of things to do before we can even get there. So let's write out at least what she bought. She got 5 t-shirts and 2 pairs of shorts. Now, let's think about this. Do we know the cost of any of that? Well, it says that the shorts are $26.50 for each pair. So if every single pair is $26.50 and I bought 2 of them, what operation do you think I could do to figure out how much all of the shorts were? Well, if I take the 2 pairs of shorts and I multiply it by this $26.50, that will give me the price of all the shorts. And then I can use that to figure out the cost of the shirt. So I'm going to take the shorts, which is 2, and I'm going to take 2 and multiply it times their price, $26.50. And then whatever that answer is, that's going to help me with the total of $165.50, because that's the shirts and the shorts together. But I just need to know the shirts. So now that I can figure out the cost of the shorts, how could I use that to help me figure out just the price of the shirts? Well, if this is the total, I could take this new price of the shorts, of all the shorts, and I could subtract it from the total. So I'm going to plug it in here once I get it and subtract it from the total. And then that will give me the price of all the shirts together. So that will give me the answer to, well, for all the shirts. But do I want to know all of the shirts? No, I don't need to know all of the shirts. I only want to know one shirt. So then I'm going to take my answer that I have here, bring it down, and I know that I bought 5 shirts, so I'm going to have to take that cost of all the shirts and break it into 5 shirts. And then that will be my final answer. Okay, so let's go back in and plug in some numbers and do some solving. So I know there's 2 pairs of shorts, and I was going to, each pair cost me $26.50. So, and that will give me the price of all the shorts. So if I take 2 times $26.50, I get $53. So that's all the shorts. Then I'm going to take the total, and I'm subtracting that $53 for all the shorts out of it. So I'm going to use my calculator. 165 minus, $165.50 minus this $53 gives me $112.50. So that's the price of all the shirts. Now I only need to know one shirt. So I'm going to take that $112.50 and break it up into 5 shirts. So I'm going to now divide it by 5, and then I get the cost of one shirt. One shirt is going to cost me $22.50, please add in that 0 for place value, cents. So that is my answer. One shirt will cost $22.50. If you were stumped on any of these, always remember you need to read the problem, identify your information, and identify the numbers that are important. Then write yourself a little roadmap. What's the process you're going to use to solve? Then go back, plug in the numbers, and you can use your calculator. If you have any questions, please make sure you go and see your teacher. That's all.